Hello friends. Today I'm going to be talking about something I've been wanting to talk about for a little while now, and that is what were some of the good qualities of GoAnimate, in my opinion. To start off this topic, let's look at what GoAnimate is right now, which we all know now is Vyond, but I'm talking about the content. And as we know, the content of Vyond nowadays mainly relies on grounding videos. It relies on Caillou, it relies on all that stuff. It's a repetitive trend that has formulated the website in a way that none of us ever would have thought it would. It has now taken over what GoAnimate was. This is just a theory, but it is probably one of the main causes of why they changed their website name. Because they probably don't want to be known as GoAnimate anymore, knowing what GoAnimate associates with now, which is those weird-ass grounding videos.
I'm going to make a grounded video out of my mom.
But anyways, some of my earlier videos were very similar to the content that is produced nowadays. I used to make my own grounding videos, believe it or not. But over time, I spent some time on the actual GoAnimate website rather than YouTube, and I got to dwell into the community a little more. And this was back in mid-2012 we're talking. But yeah, I dwelled into the community, and I found out that, it wasn't all just grounding videos. And I found out that there was so much more being made than what I was doing and what some of my other friends at the time were doing. There were so many creatively made videos with independent thoughts and ideas that weren't relied on grounding or Caillou, There was plenty of videos being made that just had pure creativity. And I understand GoAnimate is such a limited software, but seeing some of the videos that were being made at that time, it was mind-blowing to me knowing how much capacity and capability people had with using GoAnimate. It was mind-blowing to me. I couldn't believe some of the stuff that was being made. And it inspired me to do the same thing. And I spent the next couple of years improving with GoAnimate, trying to make my videos look better, trying to come up with more original and decent ideas instead of the same old repetitive thing that everyone else was doing. But yeah, anyways, through the years of mid-2012 to mid-2014, which was only 2 years, but those 2 years have been very mind-opening to me, because I've completely found this whole different side of this website that was mainly just known for grounding videos, So yeah, one of the things that I really loved about GoAnimate was definitely through that time period, seeing all of the amazing videos that were being made, because instead of it just being Caillou, you're grounded, it was these well thought out storylines. It was well put together animation, quote unquote animation. Just everything was really well thought out, People were voice acting in their videos. There was a lot of talent going around, and I was so consumed by this and inspired and just completely surprised by all this that I ended up making my own little show around mid-2012 called The Greatest GoAnimate Videos of the Week.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Greatest GoAnimate Videos of the Week.
Which basically, it is what it is. The title stands by itself, really. It was to promote some of the best videos that I saw of that week, because I was so into what people were doing and all this creativity that was going on that I really just wanted to promote that stuff. One of the best videos that I believe I've ever created with GoAnimate would have to be this video I made back in early 2014 called Wait. It was a music video that had its own little plot. It was a pretty easy to know plot. There was no dialogue. It was just music and imagery. It was just music and imagery, really. But through that, I was able to create a somewhat moving story And the reason I am saying this is because, well, once again, GoAnimate was and could possibly be still more than just grounding videos and just the same old stolen idea and same old stolen plot that everyone does. It's not hard to create something different. It completely depends on the individual. It depends on what ideas they have. Majority of every user nowadays, though, for some reason doesn't do that. For some reason, they always rely off of another grounding video they saw, and they will end up doing that same video but with something maybe a little different. Back in the day of early GoAnimate, you would get rewarded for the videos you would make. Whether the staff liked it, they would give you a staff pick badge. Whether you made the video with only props, you'd get a prop master badge. You would get rewarded for making videos, and it felt pretty good, felt pretty satisfying. The Animator of the Month Awards was all voted by the community. It would take place on the forums, and whoever the users thought was the most hardworking person on the site at that time, they would vote for them to be the Animator of the Month. And once again, it was pretty rewarding. That's another thing that I enjoyed about GoAnimate, at least in the early years. You would be rewarded for your work. You would get recognition for your work, you know? Now, obviously, nowadays, there's nothing of that. That doesn't exist anymore. Now we know GoAnimate, well, Vyond, is a whole new website now. It's no longer about community, it's all about business, and we have to deal with it. But anyways, over the years when GoAnimate's recognition fell down and it became more about Caillou and grounding videos, I realized making these really, well thought out videos wasn't going to get me really anywhere. I wasn't going to get anything with those videos if I didn't have Caillou in the thumbnail or Caillou in the title, So I came up with the idea to make Not Smirks, which was just making fun of all that. It was making fun of all those tropes, all the grounding video tropes, and all the modern day GoAnimate tropes. It eventually became its own entertaining thing, though as it went on, a lot of the users would completely see through my jokes, see through what I was talking about in those videos, and would use it as just random tropes for their grounding videos, really. That's that. GoAnimate is still just grounding videos. It will probably forever be recognized for those grounding videos, and hey, that's fine. That's completely okay. Because this leads into another thing that I like about GoAnimate, another thing that I find entertaining and good, which is the really, really weird videos that are made almost daily with it. The unintentionally bad but funny videos. As I know, most of the creativity in GoAnimate has been washed out completely, though there are some users who still are making really, really nice things, who are still innovating their own style. Anyways, though most of the creativity has been washed out, it doesn't mean that it's not enjoyable anymore. It does not mean that most of the videos are no longer enjoyable. There are some pretty entertaining videos made with GoAnimate that have been made with GoAnimate. Some of the most entertaining content that I've seen on YouTube in years. The absolute absurdity of some of these videos, and just wondering whether the people who make these videos know that this is terrible or not. It's just fascinating just watching these videos. They really never get old. As I'm recording this, I constantly am losing my train of thought, so bear with me. Anyways, to the people who are still making GoAnimate, Vyond videos nowadays, you have the potential to make something amazing. Just never forget that. Just remember that it's not always about Caillou videos and grounding videos. You can make something completely amazing anytime. It's up to you, though. Remember that. It is completely up to you. What kind of ideas do you have in your mind? What stories do you want to tell? It's completely up to the people. It's completely up to the users. I do believe that more creative videos can be made, but once again, it's completely up to the people. whether they want to do that or stick with the grounding videos or copying other users, you know. It's completely up to them. Well, anyways, I might as well stop talking now, because I'm completely losing my train of thought, and this is probably just a big messy video. But hey, it's fine. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you want me to make more talking videos. Feel free to let me know. So, yeah, that's it.